Alright, so today I'm going to be wearing a Casio World Time watch for the very first time, which in specific is the Casio AE-1200 WHD-1A, also known as the Casio Royale, as it shares some resemblance to the watch worn by James Bond in the Casino Royale movie. In my personal opinion, the watch inside this box right here is insanely iconic, and it looks fantastic. And so as such, I'm curious to find out how it's going to look on my wrist, and if it really is all it's actually chalked up to be. I think it's going to look great on me. I think it is all it's chalked up to be, but will it actually be? I don't know, but I'm very excited to find out. Thank you so much to Mr. Raymond Liang for having been kind enough to provide this watch right here to the channel for me to make a video all about, and then for me to just wear on a regular basis after the fact. Thank you so much for the watch. Once again, Mr. Raymond Liang, I really, really, really do appreciate the contribution. Thank you so much once again, my man. I do suppose without further ado, I should probably go ahead and, well, go over the packaging that the watch is in real quick. Then after that, I'm thinking I should probably go ahead and get the box all opened up. I should probably go ahead and get the watch all out and take a look at everything else that's inside the box. And once I'm done doing that, I'm thinking I should probably go ahead and get the watch all out of the plastic sleeve it's in, go ahead and take a look at the watch and showcase just what the capabilities of it are like, what it actually looks like, and what the quality of it is like. And once I'm done doing all that, I'm gonna go ahead and have to size this watch. And once I'm done sizing this watch, I'm gonna go ahead and get it on my wrist for the very first time, and I'm gonna show y'all just how it looks and overall what I think of it. But I said first off, we've got to go over the packaging, which is a pretty basic look in my personal opinion. It's really nothing too insane. We can see on the very top of the packaging, we get just an overall beige sort of background with the Casio logo right there. And that's all there is on the front of the packaging. There's nothing unique for the Casio World Time or anything like that kind of thing. We can see the sides of the packaging are pretty much more of the same. There's a little bit of gray down here, a little bit of a sticker on the front right there, but nothing really too insane by any means. Taking a look at the bottom of the packaging, we can see once again that beige background, barcode up here with the product number as well, and a barcode right here in the middle as well with the product number once again. And then we can see there's some stuff on how to throw away this packaging, and it also says that this packaging was made with recycled paper, which is pretty cool in my personal opinion. And yep, that's overall all there is to the actual box design. That's all there is to the overall packaging design itself. In my opinion, looks pretty solid. Certainly doesn't look bad. It is a more basic look than not, but it's a very clean, basic look that looks pretty solid in my personal opinion. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get this box all opened up now, and let's go ahead and take a look at what's inside the box. We can see we just get the Casio logo right there, and here is the watch itself in a plastic wrap, and man, oh man, does it look good. Certainly no complaints on my behalf. Let's go ahead and fold this down, and let's go ahead and get the watch all out now, just like that. But before I go ahead and take a look at the watch fully, I first off want to just get this all out, and I want to get the manual out as well. And man, this manual is massive. There's a lot of languages in this manual, and there's also a lot of capability that this watch has, so there's a lot they have to talk about. I have already read over a little bit of the manual, I will acknowledge, so hopefully I will be all good for today's video. We will find out, but this manual does come stock, and it is very thick, as we can tell. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that back in the box though. And now, without further ado, I do think I should probably go ahead and get this watch all out of the plastic it comes in. And I think we should probably go ahead and actually take a look at the watch itself. So let's go ahead and put this plastic just in the box as well. And I think, just real quick, I'm gonna try to, if I can, just unfold that and get this all out as well. And I'm gonna put that in the box too. And let's go ahead and fold the bracelet back up once again, and let's go ahead and start taking a look at the watch itself, which, as said, I think looks fantastic. Now, this watch is still in its sales format, which means that it like changes time zones every once in a while, and it's basically just in its display format to show off the capabilities of it. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get it out of the display format, although if I had to guess, probably just hitting one of the buttons will do the trick. We can see it came with a little bit of a card attached to it with some twine. Just has a white background on the card with a blue script going over with Casio in white right there. And then we can see what exactly this watch is with a barcode, just in case somebody wants to sell this outside of the box. I'm gonna go ahead and try to get this twine all off if I possibly can. I think it was a mistake to try to rip that, but that is my bad. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my knife and I'm just gonna cut the twine real quick. And there we go. Just like that, easy peasy. Gonna go ahead and put that in the box as well. Can't be littering, of course. There is one other thing I do think I want to get off of the watch real quick, which is this piece of paper right here. I think I just can slide that out. And then there is one other thing that is attached to the front of the watch that I need to get off too, and that is this little piece of plastic right there. Let's go ahead, peel it off. Ooh, man, that's satisfying if I do say so myself. I love peeling off those little pieces of plastic. No complaints on my behalf. And I just realized there's actually 2 more pieces of plastic just right here and right here as well. Ooh, no complaints on my behalf. Those were not nearly as satisfying as peeling the plastic off of the screen, but you know, can't complain either way, I will acknowledge. But let's go ahead and just take a look at this watch real quick. We can see it's got a very nice silver bezel going all the way around it. This is a resin bezel. I do want to acknowledge it is not actually metal, even though it is meant to look like metal. Then we get a black plastic sort of ring going around the screen itself. And then we can see there's a bunch of text and there's a bunch of different areas of the screen. We can see the actual time down here. There's a time zone right there, and you can change the time zone for this watch. This watch has the capability to register, I want to say, over 40 different time zones, which is a pretty big deal in my personal opinion. And then, of course, you can customize the time per time zone and everything like that, just in case the time is not right the moment you select it and whatnot kind of thing. There's also some other stuff. It says T1. I think you can change that. Oh, yeah, so T1 is like time zone 1, time zone 2, time zone 3, and time zone 4. And I think there's 4 different time zones that I believe you can have as like your standard time zones for this watch. You can just flick between the 4 different time zones, or you can flick between the 40 different time zones. I can't remember exactly how many time zones this watch has, but it's a lot more so than not. Let me just put it that way. We can also see we get an AM, PM thing right there. Of course, this watch can also show military time as well, or just standard time, depending on where you live in the world. We also get a little bit of a just normal watch, a standard watch, but this is in digital, but that is the, I'm trying to think of the right way to put it. It's an analog watch on the digital watch itself, which is very interesting in my personal opinion. I believe this can also be used as a like stopwatch function or something along those lines. I believe it changes depending on what mode you're in. Don't quote me on that. I'm not an expert on this watch by any means. I've just watched a couple of videos on it, and then we could see the time zones right there, just showing us exactly where we are in the world when it comes to where this watch is showing the time from. So it'll rotate from, like, say, like Tokyo to New York to Australia, Sydney, and stuff like that kind of thing. And then there is a little bit more of a screen just up there. I don't know exactly what that does, but I'm sure that does something. I'll have to figure that out. On the very top of the bezel right there between 2 fake screw holes in black, it just says world time right there, hence the name of this watch. And on the bottom, it just says illuminator right there, as this watch does indeed have a light, and a pretty bright one at that, and you can actually adjust the length of the duration of the backlight when you flick it on, which is pretty cool in my personal opinion. We get the search sort of function over here for like, let's say when you're trying to find a different time zone. We get the mode function as well, and then as said, we have the light function. And overall, that's the watch itself. That's what the front of this watch looks like. Looks fantastic in my personal opinion. We can see that this particular model comes with a metal band, which is a very, very, very similar metal band to the watch that I'm wearing on my wrist right now, which is the Casio, what is this again? This is the W218H. Very similar metal band, and overall a pretty similar sort of like size profile and look overall, but definitely a little bit different, as the screen on this one is significantly larger. But this metal band is made out of stainless steel, and it's got a pretty nice weight to it in my personal opinion. And we can see that there is a nice clasp. This is a bracelet style band, not a like, I'm trying to think of the other way to put it. Not, it's a bracelet style band rather than being a, like, tie style band. I don't know what the different terminology is, I will acknowledge. I am not a watch expert, but I do know that generally speaking, I actually prefer bands just because once you get it in the right size, it stays in that right size forever and you never have to think about it. And I'm just realizing there's some more plastic I need to get off that I didn't even notice. Let's go ahead and get that plastic off real quick. It's just down towards the bottom. Can I get that off, or will I have to use my Leatherman that I brought with me today? I am not exactly sure, but I'm going to go ahead and put this piece of plastic in that box, and I'm going to try to get this piece of plastic all off. I can always use my Leatherman if need be, but it is not wanting to come off very well. I will now grab my Leatherman off the ground. I've got my, well, this is not actually a Leatherman. I'm just calling it a Leatherman because it's Leatherman style, but this is actually a Gerber Suspension NXT, which I bought used for not too much money, but go and just peel that off with that, just like that. I'll put that in the box as well. Can't be littering, of course. And we can see there are 3 adjustment holes right there. So if you need to adjust the, or actually there's 4. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 adjustment holes for like precise adjustments of the size of watch. But if you do want to adjust this watch to any real significant degree, you do need to take off some links, which is what I'm going to be doing today. I do indeed have a watch kit with me today, and hopefully I can figure out how to take some links off because I've never done that before. So we're going to be trying to do that for the very first time today as well. On the back of the watch case, it just says Casio 3299 AE-1200 WH stainless steel back, water resistant, 10 bar, made in China, and then it just says EA. And that's pretty much all it says on the back of the watch right there. Overall, in my personal opinion, this is a great looking watch at an affordable price. This watch, I want to say at MSRP is for around about 25 bucks with the stainless steel band, and it looks fantastic. It's got a lot of capability to it, and overall, I just think it's got a very nice size profile. Everything I've heard about this watch makes me think that it's a fantastic buy. And overall, so far, I am thinking that this is a fantastic buy as well, but I haven't even worn it yet, and I haven't even messed around with the settings yet. I think, first off, before I go and handle the settings, I want to try to figure out how to get the watch to actually fit me. So let's just make sure it doesn't actually fit me real quick. We can see I do wear a watch more often than not. I have a tan line around my watch, and let's just go ahead and put this watch on for the very first time and see how it fits and figure out how many links I need to get off. So we can see that is overall how it fits on me. I can fit about 4 fingers. Oh man, just about 5, really honestly 6 fingers in that. This is massive on me right now. I'm thinking I'm gonna need to take off 4 or 5 links. If I had to hazard a guess, that's gonna be what I go for. So let's go ahead and get this all undone once again, and let's go ahead now start trying to figure out how to get all of the links off. I have my Otagiri rolling tray with me today that I'm going to be using for this. Just add a little bit of stuff on that, and I'm going to go ahead and grab my watch kit real quick, which is just from Amazon. This is an Eventronic watch kit I've got with me today, and I'm going to go ahead and just get this out. I believe this should be the only thing I need. Just gonna put this back down on the ground now, and I want to show y'all exactly what I'm doing, but I'm trying to figure out how I can show y'all exactly what I'm doing. I'm thinking what I need to do is I need to adjust that like that, and then, oh, if I can do this, just adjust it down so y'all are seeing that. I'm thinking that is what I'm gonna want to do for this, so y'all can actually see what I'm doing. So the first thing I want to do is I want to get the pin right here all out. So let's go ahead and see if I can manage that real quick. Just like that. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and just take this out real quick. I did watch a tutorial on this, which was very helpful. And then now, I'm gonna want to go ahead and disconnect. I want to say, so I wanna keep that on. So I'm gonna take 2 off of this side, 2 off of this side. That's gonna be my plan. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go ahead and, oh, is this a little bit too big? This is a little bit too big. Okay, this is actually not the tool that I need for this job. I do need 2 different tools. We're gonna see if we can find it in this kit. A couple batteries in here. A couple other things in here as well. We're gonna see if we can find the tool we need. Hopefully I have it with me today. Otherwise, this is all a bust, but I'm sure it will be fine. Oh man, did I mess up? Did I not bring all the tools I needed? Wait a minute, is there one in there? Yes, no, wait. I don't know. Oh no, oh God. Do I have the tool I need in here? I don't think so, actually. Oh man, did I mess up? I might have messed up. I might have gotten too bold. I decided for this watch, I didn't want to take it to a watch person and have them adjust it for me. I wanted to try doing it myself, but I might have messed up. This might have been a bad choice, I will acknowledge. I thought I had everything I needed. Turns out I very well may have not. Well, we're gonna try to just see if we can get this to work even without having the quote-unquote necessary tools, but I'm gonna just try this for a couple minutes, and if it doesn't work, then we are going to just either order the tools online, and I will continue this video another time, or I will try to figure something else out. Oh man, I don't think I was supposed to happen. Okay. I might have messed up, I will acknowledge. I might have messed up. Go grab that. I don't want to bend any of this. I did just break that. Okay, well, I might have underplanned for this video, I will acknowledge. I may have to start this again another time and cover what I wanted to cover for the rest of the video on another day after I either take the watch to a place or if I get the right tools. I'm just gonna look in the kit once again. I am glad I didn't get too far into this video by any means. I haven't covered like how to set the time and stuff like that kind of thing. I haven't covered me setting the time on the watch or anything like that. So that's all stuff I'll be covering in the second part of this video, possibly. I really don't think I have the necessary tools though, so yeah. I'm thinking we're gonna be doing a secondary part to this video. It is what it is. Not a secondary part as in a separate video. It's gonna be a secondary part that in just a minute is gonna be coming on, and I'm gonna be like, hey, it's a couple days later, I have all the stuff I need, kind of thing. So that's what's gonna be happening with this video. I am either gonna go ahead and get the proper tools necessary for what I need to do with this watch, or I'm gonna take it to a watch place and I'm gonna have them adjust the band for me. I'm not sure which I'm gonna do yet. Y'all will find out in just a minute, but yeah. I'll see y'all in a couple days. Alright, so it has been 2 days since the last part of the video. I am currently heading over to some place that should be able to adjust my watch, and I'm looking forward to getting it adjusted and looking forward at what other things the place I'm going to has to offer, as it is more of a bougie place than not. I don't generally walk into jewelry stores, but since I'm going to be walking into one today, I figure, hey, why not take a look around, even if I'm not planning on buying anything super expensive. I am mainly just there to get my watch adjusted, after all, I will acknowledge. I was thinking about buying a kit for watch adjustment on Amazon, but the more I thought about it, the more I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go to a place. And so as such, well, that's exactly what I'm doing today. We are almost there though, just gotta turn into the left lane as I was in the right lane, as I need to take a left up here. I'm not gonna be taking y'all with me inside the store. I don't think a jewelry store like this one is gonna appreciate being filmed inside their location. So I am gonna be leaving y'all in the car, but just wanted to give an update on what's going on, I will admit. Ooh, nice Porsche. Now the store does close in like 30 minutes, so I hope they're still doing this sort of stuff. If they're not, well, it is what it is. Alrighty, alrighty, alrighty. Let's go. by some parking spots, but I'm not terribly worried about it. Just looking for somewhere nice with some shade. Or maybe not. Let's get this one. Sweet, sweet. Easy peasy, no complaints on my behalf. Alrighty though, y'all. I am gonna walk inside with the Casio World Time. I'm gonna see if they're willing to readjust it. And I will be back. Yes, sir, yes, sir. We are in luck, y'all. I was able to get my watch sized perfectly fine. No complaints on my behalf. Also met a very kind viewer in the store I went into. Appreciate the support, my man. Appreciate the support. It was great chatting it up just for a little while. I think I'm gonna go ahead, heading over to, I'm gonna get more all jumbled up. That's what I think. I think I'm gonna go ahead and head over to the park real quick, and I think we're gonna finish up the video there. That's the plan, at least I'm thinking. Ooh, Ferrari. Wow. I don't see that very often in my local area. Man, look at that, y'all. Ferrari. I don't even know what kind of Ferrari that is, but it's a Ferrari. Dang. Crazy stuff. I think it's been probably, oh man, I'm trying to think, probably at least 6 months since the last time I saw a Ferrari, I think. They are not very common in my local area, but very, very, very cool to see one out and about. It's a good looking car without a doubt. I love the wheels. I think the wheels are probably my favorite piece. It is very windy today though, so finding a spot that is out of the wind may not be the easiest thing in the world, especially since it is quite the nice day as well. I am afraid that all the spots out of the wind will already be taken, but we'll find out. It ain't no biggie, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no biggie. Let's see if we can find a spot though. Well, I'm seeing over here, it looks like I might be able to, ooh, is there anybody on the porch over here? Can I make the rest of my video on the porch? Is there somebody up there? I can't tell. There is somebody up there, but big baller moves, you know what I'm saying? Big baller moves. That's what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. As you guys can tell, I am now using my iPhone for this video, and I am also now at the park, as you guys would probably already know, as long as I've edited this video the way I think I am going to be editing it. Now that I have gone ahead and gotten my Casio World Time watch all sized and fitted and everything like that kind of thing, I do suppose, without further ado, I should probably go ahead and set the time on it, and then after that I'm thinking I should probably go ahead and put it on and showcase just how it looks on my wrist for the very first time. Let's go ahead and get this box all opened up. Let's go ahead and just actually hold that part, because actually this box might fly away if I, well, don't do that. And I'm now gonna go ahead and put the lid back on the box, and I'm just gonna put that in my backpack real quick, just because it is very windy, as we can hear. But we can now see there are many more links removed from this watch. It now fits me perfectly fine, no complaints on my behalf. And oh my God, it is so windy. It is so windy. What the hell? Why is it so windy? This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. But let's go ahead and just start taking a look at how we can adjust the time and whatnot. So I think I need to go to mode, if I'm remembering correctly, so I need to go to mode. Or is it, there we go, adjust. No, that's not what I want. I watched a tutorial on how to do this. This is gonna take me a minute to try to figure out, I will acknowledge. All right, there we go. I've got the watch time just about set properly. Cannot complain, let's get it. I just need to change the date now because I am 1 month off. I said it was April rather than May, which is my bad. We are now all set. There we go. I now have the watch time properly set for New York City. It is indeed a Saturday, and it says it is indeed a Saturday on my watch. No complaints on my behalf at all. Let's get it, y'all. Got my watch time all set, and man, it's looking great. I think I will figure out everything else, and I will set all the other times I want to set at a later date, because before I do that, and I'm not too concerned about doing that in this video, what I want to do now is I want to actually wear this watch and show y'all just how it looks on me. So let's go ahead and take off the watch I'm wearing right now, which is my Casio W218H that I just had on. And let's go ahead and put this watch on now. And man, oh man, whew, it looks good in my personal opinion. I really, really, really like it. Overall, very comfortable so far. When compared to the band on my W218H, I actually feel like this band is a bit higher quality, I'll acknowledge. This band just feels a little bit more rattly, a little bit more noisy. It doesn't feel quite as high quality, I will acknowledge, but it still looks very good, and it does look very similar. It's just got a little bit of a different brushing pattern and just a little bit of a different look overall to it, but it is a very similar stainless steel look, of course. But yeah, overall, in my opinion, this watch looks great. It's been fitted to fit me perfectly. If I need to fit it any better than it already is, it's on the second adjustment setting, so I can always loosen it up or tighten it by 1 or so, and that should make it fit me even better than it already does if I do feel the need to adjust it. But man, it fits great. It's showing the proper time. I know I'm gonna be wearing this watch a decent amount. I know I'm gonna be wearing this watch a lot, especially when traveling. I am looking forward to wearing this watch in the future, and it looks just fantastic in my personal opinion. This watch looks fantastic. It is a great looking watch in my personal opinion, and overall it is feeling pretty nice on my wrist. The band itself is not catching in any of my hairs or anything like that kind of thing. The bracelet slides off very easily. I'd have to say overall, when it comes to like sweating and stuff like that kind of thing, I do think that this band will definitely make it where you sweat a little bit more so than not. This is definitely not a NATO strap by any means, but it is very comfortable. I don't think it's going to be too unbearable to wear during the summer, and overall it's got a very nice weight to it as well. And well, in my personal opinion, it looks fantastic. The clasp did just pinch me just a little bit, but that's just something I've got to get used to. I've just got to break in the watch just a little bit, but man, oh man, it looks good. No complaints on my behalf, let me tell y'all what. Hell yeah, brother, hell yeah. How's it going? Jacob Editing Jones here. In retrospect, I feel like I was a little bit out of it during the initial recording of this video, and I feel like I didn't really give you guys a proper final thoughts on the watch I'm wearing right now and the watch this video is all about. I don't really feel like I gave y'all my distinct final thoughts on the Casio World Time watch that I'm making this video all about today. So what are my final thoughts on it? Well, overall, I gotta admit, I'm a big fan. I really, 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 really like the Casio World Time. I think it looks really good. It feels really good on my wrist. For the price, I really don't think it can be beat. There's a lot of functionality that it has. I can change the different time zones. I can change it between daylight savings and not daylight savings. I can do a lot with the watch I'm wearing on my wrist right now. Functionality-wise, it's fantastic. I also think it looks great as well on my wrist. Now, I will acknowledge one negative thing I noticed about the watch is the band. The band is honestly just not quite as high quality as my other Casio with a stainless steel band, my W218H. That band I feel like is a little bit higher quality in my personal opinion, but either way, the band on this watch is certainly not bad quality by any means. It's just not as good as it could be if you ask me. But overall, the watch looks fantastic. It's great quality. The functionality is amazing for the price. And overall, it's a great watch that I'm looking forward to wearing much more in the future. In my opinion, the Casio World Time, the Casio Royale, the AE 1200 WHD-1A is a 4 out of 4 watch. It's a great looking watch with great functionality that is really good quality for the price. I really cannot complain. And I'm a fan. I will acknowledge. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little bit of a snippet. We're gonna go ahead and cut back to the initial recording. Overall, am I happy with the new watch that I have? Am I happy with the Casio World Time watch? And am I glad to have worn a Casio World Time watch, an AE 1200 WHD-1A for the first time? Am I glad to have worn this watch right here for the very first time? Yes, I most certainly am. Yeah. No complaints on my behalf. I think it looks great. I'm very happy with it. And hope you all have enjoyed watching today's video. Thank you so much to Mr. Raymond Liang for having kind of provide this watch once again. I really do appreciate the contribution, my man. I really do appreciate the support. Hope you're enjoying the video today, and hope all y'all are enjoying the video today. If you guys are enjoying the video today, if you guys have enjoyed the video today, of course, please make sure to like and subscribe for more content. I have my Instagram, my book, my merch, my P.O. box, and not my P.O. box actually, that's closed now, but I do have my website in the description down below. Go check it all out. But yeah, thank you so much for watching my video where I wore a Casio World Time watch for the very first time. I think it looks great. I really like it. Solid 4 out of 4 watch in my personal opinion. Thank you so much for watching, y'all. To the next one, stay safe and peace, and have a great one. Yes, sir, you know what I'm saying?